Hi crafty friend, it's Justine Dvorak from Stationery by Justine, where when I craft my world stands still. Today I'm going to make a shaker card. I'm going to use the Perfect Touch Arches and Tags die from Spellbinders. I'm also going to use the domes that are the Arch Shaker Domes. And this will provide a great little spot for a scene. So let's start with making my scene. I'm going to use a DIY stencil I made. If you are interested in seeing how I made this stencil, check out my video that is called Easel Cards or something similar to that. I posted it 2 weeks ago. I'm using the stencil that I made with some acetate and some Simon Hurley ink called Clear Skies to make a very fun, easy, simple, flat background. I like making flat backgrounds or simple but lovely backgrounds for shaker cards. I think it's important and it adds dimension to the project, but it also doesn't interfere with any of the little shaker elements that are going to go in my little dome. Now you might have spotted the rooster and the chick. My intention when I designed the rooster and the chick for the collection was to make some like Father's Day options. So this is going to be a Father's Day shaker rooster card. Only in Minnesota. Okay, so if you have no idea about this rooster or the chick or this barn I'm holding, I did come out with a BetterPress collection with Spellbinders. It's all farm themed. So I'm going to fussy cut out this barn with some Fiskars spring-loaded scissors. They are my favorite scissors for fussy cutting. It makes fussy cutting easy as pie. It's easy on the hand, not so much hand fatigue. I am still young-ish, so I don't have as much hand pain. But if you do have hand pain and you want to fussy cut out images, I would recommend these scissors. I think you can buy them at like any craft store or probably even Walmart. But they are helpful for fussy cutting. So I thought I would just mention that in this video because there is not a die for the barn, but the rooster and the chick have coordinating dies. So I'm going to just set out my paper of how I'd like my dome to go, and this is just going to give me a rough measurement. This is not exact. None of my measurements are ever exact or anything for card making. It's just a rough guess of where things should be. And I'm using my pencil to guide me. So my barn will go about there. I want it to be peeking out behind the rooster and not be completely hidden. So my placing of everything is going to be intentional. And this barn is going to hold momentarily my sky and ground together with the liquid glue that I am adding onto it now. So that's why I went a little heavy with the glue. But the barn itself is a strong piece of paper. It was made with the porcelain BetterPress paper. So it is that thick cotton cardstock, and it's acting like a piece of tape, basically, on my project. I'm going to take the Spellbinders shears and just lop off the extra bits that I don't need. And then this green piece down here will go in my scrap bin, and it will be used in another project. I love this green. It's one of my favorite greens. And then I will just quickly cut this out. I don't really think I needed to use spring-loaded scissors, but my brain picked them up, so there it is. Now, if this was not going to be a shaker card, I would add something else to the grass just to add a little bit more dimension. But my rooster and chick are basically going to cover it up, so it's no biggie. So that is about right of where I'd like everything to go. Just making sure everything is lining up nicely. Now I'm going to grab some shaker bits just from my stash. Nothing too fancy or crazy. See these brown little sequins. Maybe they're sequin discs, I guess, because they don't have the hole in the center. And then these are clear shaker bits here. A little bit of bling doesn't hurt anybody, especially on a dome shaker. You can get a lot of fun thicker shaker bits on these domes. I didn't this time because I wanted to keep it kind of coordinating with the theme, but there's a lot of fun embellishments from like Buttons Galore and more, or some of the big chunky gems that you might have in your stash. And these domes are so perfect for that style of embellishment because they offer a lot of space on your shaker card without things getting stuck. And they're so easy to adhere to projects. I recommend using liquid glue just because it is nice and strong. The domes are plastic, so they are slippery with liquid glue. So I would just recommend choosing a strong liquid glue like Barely Art or I don't even know. There's lots of liquid glues out there, but choose one, probably the one you have in your craft room that is tried and true, and then allow it to kind of sit for a minute or two just so that glue can kind of cure a little bit with the plastic. It's kind of like using gold mirror cardstock or any mirror cardstock. It just is slippery. And whenever you glue plastic to plastic or plastic to paper, you just kind of have to be patient and make sure it's all stuck down. This is important as well because it will make sure that none of that glue is going to be interfering with your shaker bits. I don't even know what is on the back of this wood paper. I think it's like keys and locks, but this wooden pattern paper I had in my stash for a long time, and it is just looking a little crazy on the back, but that's fine. Now I put all my little shaker bits onto my farm just because I found that it's easier to put it on the background and put the shaker dome on top of it instead of flipping the dome with the shaker bits in it. That's a recipe for a mess if it was done with my hands. So I'm going to just leave them right there and then add the glue to my dome just on the edge, the very edge. And I'm not going crazy with the glue. I'm just making sure it goes all the way around and it's creating a seal for my shaker dome. Just going all the way around and making sure it's not going to spill out because nobody likes a shaker card that is spilling unless it's supposed to. Just pop it right on there and then firmly press all the way around my card. All the way around. Now, if you know anything about shaker cards and such, there's lots of ways you can do it. So these domes are just one of the ways. I have a video on my channel, I think I put it up this Halloween kind of season, where I did shaker cards 2 ways. So I didn't even use the domes on that card. So if you're looking for another way to do shaker cards, I have another video that's on my channel. If you just search shaker cards 2 ways, it should come up. Now my background, I wanted to use a paper that coordinated with my wood, and I just was not finding one in my stash. It looks like I need to buy some more paper or something. But until then, we're going to be balling on a budget, and we're going to make our own color pattern paper. So I'm going to use some vintage photo distress ink, and I will just ink blend all the way around the edge. This is going to leave my background to be kind of distressed anyway, so it's perfect for this farm style of card. Now, if you're wondering how in the world did you color the rooster or the chick, I am going to have a video up on my channel by the time this one is up. It was posted on March 7th, and it is going to be a detailed of how I watercolor the rooster. Although, I will just tell you, you can watercolor that rooster however you want because roosters and birds in general are just all sorts of funky colors. So you can just go crazy with your color palette, put the whole rainbow on the rooster, and just enjoy the color of it all. I think roosters are one of those creatures, like birds in general, are just so fun and so fun to color because they can be so many different shades and tones. And I put the whole rainbow on that card. So pink, orange, yellow, purple, it's all on there. I'll just tidy up my little work surface here with some water. I am considering bringing in a spray bottle into my craft room with the rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle. Let me know if you have done that yet. I've been thinking about it, and if I do, I'll probably pop over to Dollar Tree and get myself a cheapo spray bottle and put it in there. But I find that I'm reaching for my rubbing alcohol often for cleaning up some of the tougher inks that are not water soluble. So I don't know. We'll see what I do. If you have that in your craft room, please tell me, because I would like to know if you have any tips about that. We can all learn together. All right, I'm putting my panel down with some liquid glue. My shaker bits are shaken. It's great. The little static in there is kind of fun. It keeps it looking kind of alive. I don't know what these would be. Maybe like chicken food. I don't know. But they are fun and they coordinate with the paper, so they're all over. Anyway, I'm just going a little bit extra crazy with my bone folder here and just pressing down, making sure everything is sealed, because nobody likes a leaky shaker. If you know, you know. And then we'll add on my rooster and my chick. Now these are die cut out with coordinating dies from the Feathered Friends BetterPress set. This is from my collection. So since they were watercolored, the paper did warp a teeny bit, which whatever, no big deal. I'll just bend it the other way. And then I'm going to have my rooster tail hanging off the dome, which was not planned, but it works. So the glue is strong enough that it won't be a problem. I'm not even going to add foam behind it. I suppose I could, but I don't want a big chunk of foam behind my rooster. It's going to be fine. This card probably won't go to my dad because my dad's not really like a farm guy. So I don't know if he'd really like this one as a Father's Day card, but I know that someone will. And I do live in a rural area in Minnesota, and I sell cards at a local coffee shop and boutique near me, so I'm sure this will go to somebody. Now, if you saw my collection that has the BetterPress rooster and the Feathered Friends, I have this sentiment, "You're my favorite cockadoodle dandy." Now, my dad would love this sentiment because it's so silly and fun, but like I said, it's not going to my dad, but this is going to go on my card. And that ink is just holding down my rooster because it wanted to pop up. Because like I said before, plastic and paper and glue. Anyway, that will just stick on. All right, I'm going to use my pencil and just measure out where I want my sentiment to go. This was just simply better pressed out. It wasn't anything fancy. It was just used a scrap, basically. And I'll just use my little mini trimmer off camera and then trim it down so it is just the right size for my card. And then I'm going to pull in an old sentiment from my stash from, I think, well, maybe not that old. It was like 2 years ago, and it's the mom and the dad. Now, if you don't have those, Spellbinders also has new, which is this month's club. The March clubs have mom and dad as sentiments. So you can go ahead and pick those up if you did not get the whole mom and dad BetterPress sentiments that were from 2 years ago, I think. But it's an option. I think they are Glimmer this month. Yep, Glimmer. How fun is that little dome, though, with the barn? I think it is so fun. Anytime I make shaker cards, I have to tell myself to stop playing with it on camera because I oftentimes will just sit there and shake it. Or when I am glimmering something, I'll take it off the paper and it will just be so shiny and I get distracted. So sorry about that. Okay, now I'm going to use the sentiment, "Dad, you are the best," and I'm going to fussy cut off the "you are the best" because I just want it to say dad. I'm sure your dad or whoever dad this card is going to is the best, but I don't want it to be too heavy on the sentiments for this card. So I already have that "you're my favorite cockadoodle dandy" on there, so I figured dad would be a nice little nod to like the rooster and the chick, and it will be a nice little Father's Day card moment. And you can definitely stretch your supplies by doing things like this, by cutting off parts of the sentiment or adding two sentiments together and really stretching your supplies and making it whatever you want. Now, to find a good spot for that little dad, it was a whole nother story. So I'm going to putz around and try to figure out where everything is going to go, and I will be right back. As I add on the dad sentiment and the you are the best, it's going to go somewhere else on my card, so stay tuned for that. I will just invite you to join my Facebook group, Stationery Maker Group. It is all about card making. So if you have any cards that you've made at any level of card making, if you're new, if you've been card making for years, join it. If you BetterPress, glimmer, die cut, color, watercolor, color pencils, scrap cards, like literally anything, I would love to see it all. Or you scrapbook, show me your scrapbook layouts. I love seeing your projects on the group, so be sure to join that group. I have everything linked below. Now, I also have a group that I run with my friend Melanie Smith, and it is called BetterPress Babes. So I'm just going to mention that as well because I do have so many BetterPress elements to this card. So if you are a BetterPress babe, thank you for watching and join us as well. And you are the best for watching all the way to the end. So I really appreciate you. And go ahead and hit the like button if you've liked anything on the video, and subscribe for more videos from me in the future. I hope you've enjoyed this fun Shaker Dome card tutorial. We'll see you next time. Bye, crafty friend.